They're making a lot of money behind the scenes.
Some good questions. You pose some good questions, Rico. You pose some good questions.
So, if you're that worried about the government, there are some cryptos that the government, summarily really can't do anything about. Truly decentralized, right? Because there is some centralization to some of these coins, since they're going to be on places like Robinhood, or they're going to be on Coinbase, right? Those are
Or in
centralized.
general, like XRP. But
Yeah. Those are centralized platforms. So even Bitcoin itself isn't fully decentralized, but something that's like kind of fully decentralized is like Monero. So there's altcoins out there, like apparently Monero. I can show it to you. Monero is like one of the biggest coins people use on the dark web. Am I gonna get in trouble for saying this?
No, I don't think so. And also too, I got something to say as well when you wrap it up.
Yeah. So this Monero, you see, you got a 4 billion market cap, 233 price point. Where are people buying? People are buying it from Binance. That's why.
Yeah, you can buy it from Binance, HIT BTC, OKX, Kraken, KuCoin, etc., etc.
Other places.
Yeah.
Interesting. But so with the government, I mean, you go ahead, Frank.
Well, what I was gonna say is because you said why are people so confident and not worried about the government? I don't think it's necessarily that they're worried about the government, because in theory, the way crypto is supposed to work, like what Daeza said, is like, yeah, it is decentralized, and like, yeah, technically we are anonymous, but at the end of the day, like, we're still having to report like our capital gains tax from crypto, stuff like this. So it's not like, oh, they don't know we have crypto. But the other thing too, like, yeah, I think there are some crypto, like how Daeza just mentioned with Monero, how that's kind of to hide from government, so to speak, because of just the way it's fully anonymous. But a lot of the other cryptos aren't necessarily to hide from government; they're just to kind of counteract the inflationary shit that we're seeing with fiat currency. So as you guys see, like, fiat currency continuing to get higher and higher with all the printing and everything that they're doing to bail people out. So as that happens, people are getting into crypto because there's only a limited amount of certain cryptos. For instance, like Bitcoin, it's only 21 million Bitcoin, if that, that are ever going to be in circulation. So people are buying into that because it's continually decreasing in price. If you hold that as a long-term asset, it's just going to keep going up. Because even if Rico, like, we invest in the stock market, I'm heavily invested, I could hold certain stocks, but if the value of the dollar continues to get weaker, just because I have a certain amount of stocks, that doesn't mean that when I decide it's time to sell those stocks, I'm still going to have a good amount of money. It could be even less than what I had, let's say, 10 years ago or something like that, as the dollar decreases. But if I have Bitcoin and Bitcoin continues to increase in price, or any other cryptocurrency, not any other, but the good ones for that matter, then I know that I'm set. And that's why a lot of other countries are actually getting into it. So for instance, in our live stream yesterday, we talked about El Salvador getting into it. El Salvador, they're experiencing crazy inflation right now, so they're getting into a lot of Bitcoin because they know they can counteract, their prices of their actual money going down by getting into Bitcoin. Or even places like Venezuela or Turkey or Iran, where the countries are experiencing crazy hyperinflation. They know they can get into Bitcoin because a lot of people are behind it. A lot of people are getting into it, and they know it'll just be deflationary and continue to go up in price. So that's one of the main reasons why I think a lot of people are into crypto, because they just know their money is going to be safe and protected, and it's going to give them a better percentage return than just, say, having a savings account, or I don't know, having just like a high yield account, with any type of bank or anything like that. So it's just a lot safer. You're pretty much your own bank. And then like final thing.
Remember, because you're your own bank, you take all the risk too. So there is the risk of, having to handle all your money. You can't sue anybody, so just understand that too. So safer might not technically be the right word, but if you don't trust the government, yeah, you're safer for sure. I mean, and you can, not just across the globe, but even in the U.S. We're in some of the highest inflation periods ever. I think it actually is the highest inflation period we've ever seen.
It might be, and honestly, like, and I was actually looking at this because I was just on vacation, and I had to like convert a lot of money, and I was just looking at the rates for different currencies. Like, so for instance, in Croatia they use the kuna. So like $1 to the kuna was so for every kuna it was like $5 conversion rate, or like it was $5 equals 1 kuna or something, or no, the opposite way, $1 equals 5 kuna, €1 equals 7 kuna, and then 1 Great British Pound equals like 8 kuna, something like that. But years ago, it was much higher. So even like where you see like the currencies are extremely cheap, so it could be like Korea with the won or anything like that. You see that even the dollar, even the euro, even the pound is continually going down in price compared to that. But also too, to touch on the government regulation point, I think with anything, government's going to find a way to regulate it. Government's going to find a way to make you pay. So a lot of my confidence comes, specifically just for me, this is only speaking for me, a lot of my confidence comes from crypto, just knowing the fact that, yeah, they regulate it, but I'm still going to be able to make money because, everything I'm doing with crypto is legal. I'm not doing any type of illegal trading, drug dealing, anything like that. And another thing too, with crypto assets is really no different than, say, for instance, if I were to buy stocks or make money trading options or anything like that. So that's also where a lot of confidence comes from, because it's just like they can regulate it to where it's like taxed and everything, but they can't really regulate it to the point of, oh, well, we ban you from investing in crypto, because it's like, okay, you're not going to stop us at this point. Like, you can't stop us. So, and also too, they can't make it illegal. So it's just like I said, if you're not doing anything illegal with it, you can't see it going anywhere. And for Bitcoin, for instance, Bitcoin's been around since like 2009, or 2009, I believe. So, it's been around for not ages, but it's been around for long enough to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, this is clearly not going anywhere. And even a lot of the other cryptocurrencies, they're starting to get more and more use case, like Ethereum. A lot of things are built on the Ethereum blockchain and using that. So as things get more use cases, as things started to get, more bought up by companies, or they start investing into the blockchains, a lot of things are just going to be happening a lot faster and going into the more digital, cryptocurrency space. So yeah, that's where, like I said, a lot of my confidence comes from it.
So here's the bill that you could look at. So this is the first draft of Digital Asset Market Structure and Investment Protection Act, right? It is not to protect us, it's to protect them. So I mean, right now it's only 2% chance of being enacted according to Scopus Labs. You can read all 58 pages, but you want to get a synopsis. This guy made a pretty good synopsis on Reddit. Make it possible for all cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin, ETH, and their hard forks to be labeled as securities. Ban unapproved stablecoins outright. They're going to have a hard time trying to ban stablecoins. They're going to have a hard time. And I don't think CBDCs were a hot topic a few months ago, but I don't think they're at a point, right? Like, I was just looking at an article where it said 54% of Salvadorians don't understand cryptocurrency. Like, they're not at a point that they can roll this kind of stuff out, and just, go full digital currency. Everyone still likes their paper money.
That's true.
What we're trying to do is get in early, take off the ground running, man. And I'm not going to wait until everyone else catches up before I get in.
Yeah, and also too, really quickly, just to kind of like also piggyback off of that real quick, if you think about like even in El Salvador, and I spoke about this in the live stream yesterday, in El Salvador, people are using Bitcoin to buy literally McDonald's meals. Like I don't know how much it would cost, not that much obviously, but they're out there buying like McDoubles and a morning meal, nice little drink, and it's just like they'd rather buy it with the McDonald's meal because they know I come back with the same amount of Bitcoin and I could buy the same meal rather than coming back like a week later and now I got to pay even more and whatever that local currency is because inflation rates increased or whatever. So I think that's also like a very high appeal to a lot of these countries, not like the U.S. in particular, but a lot of the other countries experiencing hyperinflation. Like I said,
this inflation is crazy, bro. You know how much I'm paying for gas, bro? Holy, bro, they're taking me to the cleaners, man. This is crazy.
Hey, open the pockets, yo, shaking you like the bully.
Yo, that ass, man, hold me by my leg, bro. They tie the gas pump around my neck. Give me all you got. But yeah, so really not worried about the government, getting their hands in my pockets any more than they already do already. Yeah.
And one last thing too, Rico, if you are still here, what I would say is even if you don't really fully understand crypto, I would say just go look at I would say you could even read the Bitcoin white paper. I believe it should be on bitcoin.com. It's literally like 7 pages. I don't even think it's 7 pages. It might even be 3 pages. It's not even that much. It explains what Bitcoin is, how it works. And not saying that you need to know how blockchain and cryptocurrencies work to invest in it. It will be helpful, but you don't need to. But I would just say at the end of the day, like how you can do fractional investing in different stocks, you can start researching a little bit about cryptocurrency as well. And just, you can put $5 here, $10 there, and just thinking of it like as a longer term plan where it's just like your money is going to increase far more in value with the better cryptocurrencies than if they were into certain stocks, even if they were in the S&P 500. Like if you put $100 in Bitcoin in 2009 and $100 in the S&P 500, you would have really been killing it with the, you know, honestly, I think you might even be a millionaire if you did that with Bitcoin.
Yo,
so
Chrono, I'm not gonna call you by your government. Frank trying to dox you. Yo, Chrono, I'm telling you, man.
I didn't even call him. I said Rico. What are you talking about?
Is that his real name?
That's what we call him. Like I said this already.
Yo, get out his whole government. So you gotta realize, man, and this is why it's so important to get into crypto. They've been beating the S&P 500. Like they're beating everything. This is one of the best investments. Your bank's gonna give you like 0.4%. Man.
Yep.
Crypto goes absolutely crazy, man. Better than dividends. You know, that's why I'm so bullish on crypto. I love what it's doing.
Yep. And also, like, I guess, like, to kind of wrap up this topic would just be, you know, like, one of the things that would be worrisome, or one of the things in the past that was worrisome, because I've been into cryptocurrency since 2017, was just the lack of adoption. Like, it's more of like, I don't want to say hopes and dreams, because you see where the vision can go, you see where the cryptocurrency space can go, but it's just like, if not so many companies are into it or picking it up, it's just like, you know, it could just be like, wow, like, you know, it could go, but it could not go. So I could be like, all my money just down the drain. But, you know, now it's like pretty much legitimized. Like, yeah, it's still early, but you see companies like PayPal coming up with crypto stuff. Robinhood, as you know, has like plenty of cryptocurrency, and a lot of these major kind of just big names, Visa, you know, MasterCard, things like that. They're allowing you to pay in Bitcoin. They're allowing you to buy Bitcoin. And even a lot of these huge arena sports teams like that. For instance, I think we were just talking yesterday about the Warriors. Yeah, the Warriors, one of the most valuable sports teams in the world. They're doing stuff with NFTs, which is based on the Ethereum blockchain, at least what they're doing. So,
and even better, NFL is like, this is good news. Bad news for NFL players, but good news for crypto and NFTs. They're banning NFL players from starting up their own NFTs. They want to get their head around it, figure it out, and put out their shit so they can reap all the benefits.
Exactly. So yeah, Warriors, it's just the more legitimate it comes.
Warriors stepped in real quick, man. Say, hey, here's our shit right here. Come buy it.
And honestly, too, even if you look away from the sports teams and the companies, if you look at some of the wealthiest people in the world, even they're talking about, you know, how they're buying up cryptocurrency. So, for instance, I think, was he call himself Mr. Wonderful or something? Kevin O'Leary, like the bald dude from Shark Tank. He invests a lot in Ethereum. As you probably heard of, Mark Cuban, he's heavy into Dogecoin because they accept Dogecoin at the Mavericks games, things like that. So, and not just him, like there's a lot of other, you know, very wealthy people who are invested in the cryptocurrency. So, you know, there's a lot of legitimacy in the space now than, you know, compared to like 2016, 2017. So, yeah.